Come along, children. Now we're going to have a little music.
What's up, everybody? It's RB3 for First Cut here with a very special review of Judas and the Black Messiah, the newest film from director Shaka King, starring Daniel Kaluuya as Fred Hampton and LaKeith Stanfield as William ONeill, the FBI informant that was responsible for the murder, setting up the murder of Fred Hampton. Now, this movie is incredibly powerful. It just debuted at Sundance Film Festival this year, and this is a big award contender for WB and for HBO Max. It's actually going to be streaming on HBO Max in the coming weeks. And yeah, this is it's a powerful movie. I gotta say, I am a big historian when it comes to Black history, and this is coming out February 12th. I'm right in the middle of Black History Month, and this is the Black Panther Party is something that has been continuously villainized throughout history, particularly due to J. Edgar Hoover and his propaganda against the Black Panther Party, considering them a terrorist organization. And that's exactly what this movie dives into. Martin Sheen actually plays J. Edgar Hoover, who directs Jesse Plemons' character to recruit William ONeill in order to set up this inside job to lead up to Fred Hampton's assassination. And what's really fascinating about this film is that it's completely uncompromising when it's coming to its portrayal. It very clearly defines who are the good guys in the story, who are the bad guys in the story. And the bad guys are clearly the FBI, who are setting out to hunt down Fred Hampton, the Black Panthers, for just doing good by their community. A lot of times when the conversations of the Black Panther Party happens, a lot of times there's focus on the violence, on the retaliation, and on the focus of self-defense. But what's left out of that conversation, frankly, is Fred Hampton's mission to get local medical clinics inside of various communities, to feed children within the communities, and overall to do right by the people within the black communities in various areas across the country. And that's really what the Black Panthers are all about. And unfortunately, because of the top-down hate that came from the government, they're often seen as criminals, as vandals, and as villains, and led to a lot of instances of self-defense. So in this movie, there is a lot of instances of seeing Black Panthers defending themselves against the police only when they are retaliated against. And I think that's really fascinating. I think it's an important thing that the director Shaka King highlighted in telling the story. I do think that the performances are very, very raw and authentic, especially Daniel Kaluuya as Fred Hampton. I know there's a little bit of controversy as to casting a British actor to play an American icon like Fred Hampton. However, he really sinks into the role, getting down to the mannerisms, the speech patterns, and really diving deep into the characterization of Fred Hampton in a way that is powerful and moving. In the same way that David Oyelowo's performance in Selma was moving and groundbreaking and deserved all the awards recognition that it didn't receive, I believe this performance by Daniel Kaluuya is revolutionary and is totally worth all the acclaim. And I hope that it does receive recognition. I know there's a crowded field for like Best Actor and Best Supporting Actors this year, but I do hope this receives some recognition because he really evokes the energy, the presence, and the power that Fred Hampton was going to. Like he could rock a room just like that. And there's a powerful scene that you see in this movie where you actually see Fred Hampton speak in front of various groups. Sometimes in front of like Puerto Rican groups, sometimes in front of like white supremacists, like Confederate flag people. And he is so effective in his communication that he's able to change people's minds. And I think that's also a powerful representation of what Fred Hampton was as well. I hope this representation in this film allows Fred Hampton to be in the same conversation as the Martin Luther Kings or the Malcolm X's as a true Black revolutionary. And although his life was taken down and at a much more abbreviated sense than those two leaders, this movie highlights that as well. And I'm glad it wasn't a full cradle to grave biopic, I like that it focused on just the end. And while Daniel Kaluuya was great as Fred Hampton, he's actually not the main star of this movie. You actually spend the majority of the time through the POV of LaKeith Stanfield's character as William ONeill. Now, the character of William ONeill is a little bit of an enigma to me because he's persuaded by money so much to the point where he's willing to stab his friends and the whole Black Panther organization in the back. But as you follow the story, he does warm up to like the message and the ideas that Fred Hampton is representing. It's really difficult because you're actively rooting for LaKeith Stanfield because he's our POV character, but at the same time, you know what the real William ONeill is responsible for, and you know you don't really want to condone that. You know you really can't be for that. And I feel like the film kind of teeters when it comes to like his morality because you know you have LaKeith representing one thing and one aspect of his character and a growing and a changing of his character, but then they present like real life clips from the actual William ONeill himself that kind of contradict that message a little bit. So the film's presentation of his morals does kind of leave me a little muddled on the actual film itself. And that's probably like my one big critique of it. My other critique is the pacing. The film plays as a little bit of a slow burn. I think some audiences might tune out a little bit towards the middle of the film. And while I will say the middle might be a little dry, the beginning is really accelerating and the end is powerful and moving and tragic. And while for the most part it does play as a typical biopic, there are elements of like the mystery genre or like the undercover, like detective genre that I played with a little bit here, but it's not in a sympathetic view because, you know, you're really rooting for Fred Hampton. Otherwise, I think it's an incredibly powerful film to watch, especially during Black History Month. And just to see Daniel Kaluuya's portrayal of Fred Hampton is absolutely worth the price of admission. Also, LaKeith Stanfield was great. Dominique Fishback as Fred Hampton's fiance in this movie was phenomenal. Like I said, Jesse Plemons was great. Martin Sheen, and all of the performances all across the board were absolutely great. You know, I haven't really been familiar with director Shaka King's filmography, but I'm excited to look more into that after watching Judas and the Black Messiah. And besides my couple of critiques, I really genuinely think it's one of the better movies I've seen this year. All right, y'all, that's it for my review for Judas and the Black Messiah. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you looking forward to seeing this movie? Are you looking forward to Dan Kaluuya playing Fred Hampton? Are you cool with the fact that he's British and playing this American icon like Fred Hampton? Let us know all in the comments down below. And let me know what other Black History Day movies or Black History Day. It's Black History Month, folks. What Black History Month movies are you looking forward to and TV shows? Give us some recommendations. This is our one of two reviews coming out today. We have Malcolm and Marie come out earlier this morning with Sabrina and myself. And then we have obviously this review of Judas and the Black Messiah, which just premiered at the Sundance Film Festival. So make sure you share this review, hashtag it, retweet it, Judas and the Black Messiah. First cut. This is RB3. You can follow me on social medias at Director RB3 on Twitter and Instagram. And you can follow First Cut on Instagram and Twitter and on TikTok and on Twitch at First Cut TMO. And if you like this video and you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell for the notification buttons. Make sure you hit all notifications instead of personalized. Or if you just want them personalized and you just want to see the reviews and not watch all the amazing other programming on First Cut like Sabak the Block or Attack on Titans or you know, First Cut Live or the Meaning of Podcast or all the other amazing programs that we have. Anyway, let us know what you think in the comments down below. Judas and the Black Messiah, Black History Month. This is RB3, and I'm peacing out. Peace out, y'all.
You do the math, take you out the equation. This ain't funny, so don't you dare laugh. With the 4/5 divide you in